Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of Dearfootballfans, where we talk all things football for fans by a fan. Today, we're going to be talking Colorado football, especially their spring ball game. We're just a few months away, and we still don't have what TV station we're going to be able to watch the game on. But it begs the question, why not YouTube? As we all know, last year, Colorado football spring game was a sold out spectacle. It actually aired on ESPN. And also, one thing about this year's spring game, it's already sold out. It's been reported ESPN is not a station where we're going to be able to watch the football game, the spring game this year. That as Colorado is transitioning and moving to play its and preparing to play its first season in the Big 12. There are actually four Big 12 schools that are going to be on ESPN as it relates to their spring ball game. Those teams are the West Virginia Mountaineers and also Baylor, Houston, and Texas Tech. Right? But one thing that we should also note is that although those four teams are going to be able to play on ESPN and we won't be able to watch ESPN, Colorado might be in contract talks. We may be airing the spring game with like Fox, for example, but as we all remember, there was the podcast, the Little One podcast that Coach Prime went to, where they talked about, all the Prime weekend festivities. They also talked about the fact that there's going to be a halftime show and also maybe some concerts on the rooftop and all that good stuff. If ESPN is not going to take on the Colorado Buffs and the Fox, I don't know, we haven't heard anything yet. If Fox or any other stations are dragging their feet and they're not going to take them on, the question is, why not YouTube? YouTube is a free platform that everyone can get access to. So this will actually hopefully give the Colorado Buffaloes more reach in terms of the amount of audience that will be able to tune into their spring ball game. And also we can incorporate all the concert, the fashion show, and all that good stuff into a televised YouTube and bring it onto the YouTube platform, right? So when you think about it, we don't have to work. The fans all over the world don't have to worry about getting access to ESPN. So if there's a fan out there that has basic cable or don't have cable at all, they can always log onto their phone and watch it on YouTube. And if you're going to talk about the resources needed to be able to execute on this, let's look at the NFL, for example. The NFL has a partnership with YouTube already, so we can learn from them and see how they're executing on it. And also, Colorado has a media team, right? Both in-house, and then if you take into consideration well-off media, Reach the People, and also the pregame show, there's a lot of media knowledge in there already, and also the in-house team, they already have a lot of media knowledge in there to be able to execute on this. And also, when you talk about the infrastructure, if you look at some of the in-house equipment that they have and all the lovely red cameras and all that good stuff, they can make this happen on YouTube. So let's look at one way that we can get in front of YouTube CEO and say, hey, let's sign this deal with Colorado, and let's see how it's going to work for both YouTube and Colorado as a whole to get the game televised on YouTube. This way we can open it up to the world, and all fans and all football fans can enjoy this program come April 27th. So let me know what you guys think about this idea. on April 27th, you can log in on YouTube live and watch the Colorado Spring game just like you would watch any other NFL game on YouTube. Hello and welcome back to this segment of the debate. Since ESPN has said they won't be airing Colorado's spring game that is scheduled on April 27th on their network, and also we haven't heard anything from Fox or any other station, the debate today is should Colorado's spring game be aired on YouTube? So Mr. Black Hat is going to be talking about arguing and supporting that Colorado football should be heard on YouTube. And Mr. Brown Hat is going to be arguing against that. All right. No, thank you for having me. So we're just a few days away from April 27th, and the fans are looking forward to Colorado's spring ball game. And the fact that Coach Prime announced that it's going to be a prime weekend, it should give access to all fans all across the world to, giving them the opportunity to be able to watch Colorado's football game at their convenience, right? What's the best way to be able to achieve this? YouTube, right? You don't have to worry about fans, both young and old, being able to get access to ESPN, Fox, or whatever station that wants to pick them up, right? And all that you got to worry about is fans logging on from their phone. So that means if a fan is actually at work, which I don't advise you to do, right? They can watch on April 27th, right? If they're on the road, if they're traveling, they can always log in from their phone and watch, right? If it's ratings and viewership that we're worried about, this can be achieved through YouTube compared to a fan that has basic cable, like you said, watching, having to figure out how to watch it or having to log in on YouTube and see if someone else is streaming it, right? For them to be able to watch it. We want access, right? Fans want access to the game. So if ESPN is saying, they don't think that it's good for them this year, even after a sold out and well rated, spring game last year, right? That's on them, right? We love ESPN. We appreciate everything that they do for the Buffs, right? And also we know that some of our games are going to be aired later on in the season. So we don't want to tarnish that relationship. But if all the other stations are also taking their time to come up with a decision as to whether or not they want to take this on or not, hey, let's contact the CEO of YouTube and see how we can make this work, just like the NFL is making it work with YouTube. So the Buffalo's team, y'all got some work to do, right? Get this on YouTube. You already have the in-house resources. Shoot, get it on Well Off Media. Everybody's going to tune in and watch. The Colorado Buffaloes have a YouTube page. Everybody's going to tune in and watch. It doesn't matter whose page you use. Get it on Reach the People. You will actually reach the people, right? Get it on the pregame show. Hell, have the pregame show set up a booth, right? And invite people and we can get live reaction, right? And then we can actually have the pre-game show, right? The pre-spring game show, right? And also bring in DMVR, bring in different media personalities around the Buffs, and let's make it happen. We can make this happen. We have all the resources. Let's get innovative and give the fans what they want. That's my argument. Thank you. And yes, Black Hat has a good argument, right? But from my perspective as Brown Hat, and if I'm going to be arguing against that, I think, it's certainly, as the Colorado Buffalo said, it's 50-50, right? In terms of the argument I'm about to make, while I might think, it's good to be able to get access to all the fans out there, they're trying to get the program to develop, right? And also we need some money. And sometimes those commercial money from those big organizations like ESPN and Fox is the easiest way to be able to get access to that cash flow, right? As we all know, Coach Prime said, if you pay good. If you dress good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. And if you play good, they pay good. Right? So over here, we trying to make sure they pay good. And I'm not sure YouTube can pay us as well as ESPN did last year, and or as Fox will be able to if Fox was the one to take it on this year. So for me, as much as YouTube can be a good platform, right? It's 50-50, right? So let's make sure that we try to get Fox, right? Because at least the argument against, someone not being able to have access to ESPN is a valid one. But sure, I hope if you have basic cable, you're able to get Fox, at least your local Fox, right? So if we make sure it's able to be streamed on all local Fox channels, right? Then you'll have no argument, right? Fox, make sure it happens, right? And then we can also make sure that we incorporate all the other YouTubers also, right? And make sure everybody, gets the benefit. But for me, I say let's find out quickly what organization other than ESPN is willing to take this so that way April 7th we can all have fun. One thing I just gotta make sure is Fox needs to clear the schedule because I would love to see that concert after the actual game. So I don't need y'all cutting the commercials or anything. Or else we're gonna have a problem. Alright, there you have it, folks. You've heard from Black Hat and Brown Hat, and they've stated the argument. But it's now up to the Colorado Buffaloes team to make the decision as to who and what station we, the fans, are going to be watching the spring game on April 27th. It's almost here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you think they should drop it on YouTube, please leave a comment down below as to why you would like to be able to watch it on YouTube. And if you are for the argument that they should just stick to regular TV stations, make sure you leave the comment as to why below. Until next time, thank you very much for joining us. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.